The Roxamore Sports Network starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Can you feel that? Tell me, can you feel that? You see it coming? Yeah, let me help you with your vision, they losing their sight here. Time to send the world a message they might hear. Like Meek Mills, I'm making it quite clear. I'm chasing my dreams and fighting my nightmares. I'm going real hard, I'm talking words you understand, I'm talking real bars. I'm going everywhere you know, I'm talking real far. Yeah, it's time to raise a toast to this thing to the love the most. As I go from coast to coast, I'm talking north side, I'm talking south side, I'm talking east side, I'm talking west side. I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, it's time to let you know how I spit it when I flow. When I go and light a fuse and I set to let it blow. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, time to check my status and the GOAT is what it be. And you know I'm over 30, so my level is a G. And I may be from the hood, but I'm way beyond these streets. And my pockets hate a diet, so they always down to eat. Even though they screaming fame, and it's always spelling me. And I'll never hang it up till my mission is complete. And I'm looking at you haters, I suggest you take a seat. Cause it's all fun and games to a killer show his teeth. This is for them cats that be screaming homies. Claiming that you're real, but we know you're phony. Now I'm chillin' with my sons, they my one and only. Like the Turner brothers, yeah, we screamin' lions only. Step into this den, I welcome all who will dare. Never met a David, tell me whom shall I fear? Gotta rep the nation, black and gold is what I wear. If you look to your left, to your right, I'm everywhere. I'm talking north side, I'm talking south side, I'm talking east side, I'm talking west side. I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, it's time to let you know how I spit it when I flow. When I go and light a fuse.
Roxamore Sports Live here at Woodland Hills High School, Woodland Hills Gymnasium, the Woodland Hills campus for the 2020 Woodland Hills MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament. We have a great matchup between Math, Civics, and Science, the Mighty Elephants out of Philadelphia, PA, and we have National Christian Eagles, Fort Washington, Maryland. They come in with a record of 9-3, and Math, Civics, and Science 12-4. They're led by the respective head coaches, Lonnie Diggs for Math, Civics, and Science, and for National Christian Academy, the head coaches, Trevor Brown. I'm Sam the Man Timbers here with my co-hosts, Travis Newton. And Travis, we want to get this thing started. Travis, what have you seen thus so far?
So for Math, Civics, and Sciences, we know that this team loves to run the court. They're going to get up and down. They have a bunch of high flyers, but I think National Christian has some big guys to answer that as well. They look like they have a lot of speed. I also saw them hitting some shots in the pregame, and of course they can get up and slam it down. So look for a lot of offense. And you know, there's a lot of shot blockers on these teams as well, so don't be surprised if we have a low-scoring game as well. It's going to be one of those, whoever hits the most shots, the most threes, is probably going to come out victorious.
Yes, we're looking for a great game here as we hear the starting lineups, and the starting lineups are being called out, and I'm going to let my co-host begin to let you know about the starting lineups for each team here as well.
And we'll go ahead and take you through the National Christian Eagles first. We'll get started with the 6'5 junior, really the star of this team, Ja'Kai Robinson, number 11, and then number 1, Omar Korezi, number 21, John Ismeth, the 6'10 senior, big fella out there. And then we go right from 6'5 to 6'5 to Yuri Covington, and we finish up with number 14, Zeke St. John. And then on the side for Math, Civics, and Sciences, the Mighty Elephants from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. They have a 12-4 record, and they're led by number 3, Marcus Middleton, the 6'1 senior. Number 4, Naeem Edwards, their star on this team. Number 5, Nassine Poplar. They have number 23, Tavon Jones. And we round things off with number 25, Nadir Wood, the 6'8 senior.
So we're looking for a great matchup here in Woodland Hills. We're about to start this tip-off. I see the shot clock is on, too, as well. This is a matchup game. We're expecting to see some high flyers. We're expecting to see some great points in transition. And me and Travis will be over here putting points on the dunks, see if it's a 9 or if it's a 10. or even on block shots too. We're looking to see some great dimes too, as well as some great assists here with these two good teams coming in here. And I believe some of these players are ranked, and even some of these teams are ranked too as well, Travis.
Yeah, you can tell just watching the warm-ups, these teams have players that most likely are going to have long and successful college careers and even have chances to make it to the NBA level. And whenever you're born with that kind of size, it makes it a little bit easier, but you still have to put in the countless hours in the gym to get your game to where it needs to be. I've seen plenty of 6'9" players at the Division III level that's really, they're just known for being tall, but we see these guys, they have the talent to back it up.
Yeah, so we're about to start the tip-off here at the 2020 Woodland Hills MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament, where this tournament is put together, this showcase is put together. It's bigger than basketball, as we see the mural outside, out front. But we're about to start this game here at the Woodland Hills Gymnasium.
And here we go, tip-off won by the National Christian Academy. And right away, some high-flying action, and hopefully he's okay there. Hit the deck hard, but 7 seconds in, we have our first foul of the game, and it will be number 5, Yuri Covington, going to the line.
And he went to the rim very hard, too. Rising already, but again, as you said, we have our first foul. He misses the first shot.
And we've seen a lot of struggles between all the teams here so far in this showcase at the free throw line. We've seen a lot of really great shooters, but the charity stripe has not been the most active part of their games today. He's going to split the pair, and right away we're going to see some full court pressure. 2-2-1 here for National Christian. Look for them to use that length and those wingspans, as they had an open player down in the paint but passed up on it.
Yes, he was wide open down the paint. If they would have seen him, that would have been an easy 2. Besides to pass up on that.
And MCS, the Mighty Elephants, they like to run, but they're a very disciplined team. When they get into their offense, they take their time and find the best options. Chance for the corner 3, he's going to pass it up, and it looks like they will turn off the shot clock in this game, so not going to be sped up too much.
Yes, the shot clock was off, but it looked like it was on when we first started, but they took it off. And NCS was packed in the zone, and now they're on the offensive move.
And it looks like, yep, Math, Civics, and Science working into a zone as well. Looks like a box and one and a three-pointer hit. So early on, Yuri Covington showing that he's going to be very aggressive in this game, trying to score. He already has 4 points.
Yes, as you just spoke about, it's hard for them to make the shot from the charity stripe, but they seem to be able to drain the 3 when they take those shots.
So quickly, a 4-point lead for National Christian. They'll be wearing the red uniforms with white lettering. MCS in the white uniforms with navy blue lettering. And both teams, some ill-advised passes early on. That one just trying to push the issue a little bit too much, tipped out of bounds, and possession will stay with National Christian.
Yes, they must take care of the ball just a little bit better with some errant passes.
And Sam, as a Maryland man, I must point out that so far in this tournament, when Maryland has played Pennsylvania, Maryland is undefeated, so hopefully National Christian, I'm rooting for them a little bit to keep that stat going.
Oh, yes, Maryland has come with some great basketball out of the DMV area, where our athletic director is from. And so it's some good basketball down there, and they've brought some high risers in and done some great things. And I was just speaking to one of the refs back there and said, we don't have that in Pittsburgh basketball, the high risers, the guys that can get up and make some things happen. And we would like to bring that back here. Hopefully we can get a win tonight.
And so far, Lonnie Diggs, the head coach for the Math, Civics, and Sciences, not happy with his team's performance. A lot of turnovers, and they haven't been able to drop a shot yet.
Yes, he's a little bit frustrated. This is the 2020 Woodland Hills MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence Boys and Basketball Tournament. I am Sam Timmons with my co-host Trevor Newton. We're bringing you a brand of basketball programming here at Woodland Hills High School. Now, we've seen some high risers, and as my coach just alluded, Maryland has came in here and dominated thus far.
And one really cool thing that we've instituted this year at this tournament, we're on the big screen, the Jumbotron here at Woodland Hills High School. Roxamore Sports Network not only coming live to you, but on the televisions out in the hallway and on the big screen here in the main gym at Woodland Hills High School, as Possession lost once again by MCS, but they'll go ahead and get it back and get started in their offensive possession. So both teams choosing to play zone defense. A box and one on the side for MCS, and now a 2-3 here for National Christian. Looping layup off the top of the backboard, rebound to MCS. That one's rejected away. And so far, no answers for the Mighty Elephants against this Eagles team. And now a triple team in the corner. And Nassim Poplar couldn't handle the pressure there in the corner. He had the trees surrounding him in the redwood forest, quite literally, and turns it over. Another turnover for the Elephants, gives it right back to National Christian, who has a 7-point lead.
And we see that Civics Science comes out in the full court press. The way they beat the full court press is to throw over top of it. We have a possession going over to Civics Science.
Yeah, that one a little bit too high for Correzi, which is hard to do at 6'10". It's that pass off the mark. And number of turnovers here for both teams. And now a 2-on-1 coming in. Pump fake, puts it up. Strong take there by the Math, Civics, and Science player, Zakay Fleming.
Yeah, that was a nice pump fake, up fake. Get the guy up in the air and then get the shot off the glass to get an easy 2.
Now this one, it was tried to be tipped away, and own goal there by Nassim Poplar as he tried to clear it from the hoop and did the complete opposite, now coming in inside. And they've gotten some nice production from that young man, unable to finish there.
So we see some up and down action here with some athletes on this floor.
Now a strong take, and it's going to be an offensive foul called. That one being charged to Zeke St. John. So that'll be his first foul, first team foul. Both teams are with 1. And so far the majority of the scoring done by Yuri Covington here for National Christian. Let's see if Nassim Poplar and the Mighty Elephants can get a streak going here. They trail by 7 early on in the first quarter. Looked like steps, but not going to be called. Caught himself up in the air in the short corner, and another turnover sends it right back to the Eagles.
Yes, right at the rim. That was a block shot. We have a turnover. We have a walk on the call. Possession going back to mathematics, civics, and science. The Mighty Elephants, see what they could do against this pressure that NCS has.
So once again, setting in that 2-2-1 full court pressure. It's not going to be hounding you exactly to the toughest point, but putting a little pressure on them, using that length, making the passing lanes a little bit tighter there in the full court game. As there, they affected it, but it's going to be a kick ball, a sideline inbounds coming for the Elephants.
So we hear Coach Trevor Brown calling out the defense.
Once again, a nice pump fake, Euro step inside. A great take once again for Zakay. Zakay Fleming coming off the bench and making his impact here early on in the first period. 4:25 remaining. The score is 9-4, the Eagles lead.
Yes, he's making his presence felt down low, getting the easy bucket on the drive inside.
And quickly a double team down low on the big man, Omar Correzi. Correzi tried to get the bucket, couldn't, and now the Elephants back on the run. Brought it back up top, now working it around the perimeter. Another kick ball, not only active hands here, some active feet early on.
Yes, trying to stop a play from happening. If you can't get there with your hands, get your feet out, it goes out of bounds. Math, Civics, and Science sets up their offense.
Trying to work it back into the middle of the floor. The big man for this Eagles team just clogging up the paint. That jumper put up, tipped away. Nice job saving it.
It's Nassim Poplar, the way he moves smoothly around a defender.
And now a three way downtown for Poplar. Was in a different area code, but off the mark, off front iron, and now here come the Eagles back on the offensive possession.
I might think that was an ill-advised shot at that time.
Now that pass popped away out of bounds. Possession will stick with National Christian. Coming up next here on the Roxamore Sports Network, it will be the host school here at the 2020 MLK Showcase, Woodland Hills, taking on Bethel Park. And so far, Woodland Hills undefeated as the host team here from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We'd like to thank everyone for joining us here on the Roxamore Sports Network as that mid-range jumper put up and pure from about 15.
That was a nice shot by number 13.
And according to the National Christian coaching staff, that is the player to watch, number 11, the 6'5 junior, Ja'Kai Robinson. So now a substitute in there for National Christian. It'll be number 4, Ty Williams, 6'0 senior guard. And Omar Correzi up for the defensive rebound, but found his foot out of the playing field there. So that's going to be.
So this National Christian Eagles comes in with only.
Getting it right into Nassim Poplar. The no-look pass. Nice dish. Can't get the bucket, but will draw the foul. Goes to the line. 4-2. Civics. Science, number 13. Tayshawn Nixon. Looking for his first points of the year.
So he misses the first. We have a sub in. That's number 1. Hamid Sneed comes in. So
Civics Science is trying to go a little bit small here. Play some small ball. See if they can outrun these two bigs that are down in the post right now for National Christian.
and they are some bigs.
They are.
So he misses both free throws.
Like I mentioned, the 4 free throws shooting continues for both teams. National Christian looking to get some offensive production going. They lead 11-4, but have been stale here as of late.
So we have 2:19 in the first period.
Mighty Elephants.
Middle time. Right there, up top. Ball side, Morrell.
2-2-1
Right
continue
there.
to bother MCS. Oh, and a nice find down low in the paint.
To Sean Nixon.
Goes, gives
First
it.
name, Civics and Science.
That's a,
Hey, 2-1-2. Now, middle to come.
that was a nice assist by Poplar, as I alluded to you earlier, that he filled up the stat sheet last game. He averages 21 points a game, but last game he only had 16, but he also had a couple dimes and a couple block shots as well.
Nice break here for National Christian. The coaching staff was calling a timeout on that offensive possession right before Ty Robinson hit the shot. The timeout wasn't granted, so they go ahead and take it now. So far, what do you like from National Christian on the offensive side?
National Christian has length and size and athletic ability. I like that they're coming out bringing pressure. 94 feet the whole court, trying to get some tips, trying to get some transition points as well, going inside to their bigs. And if they don't have it, I like the mid-range jumper that they're taking to as well.
So far, the deep ball for the Elephants has not been working, but they've been getting the most of their production on drives and dishes down to the inside block. Look for them to continue to open up this NCAA defense and find some easy chances at the rim.
This is Roxamore Sports live here at the 2020 Woodland Hills MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament. I am Sam Timmons with my co-host Trevor Newton.
Running the point, needs. He'll bring it out and get the Mighty Elephants started to get off.
That's the score, you're in. Pump, Red. Help.
Trying to open up that lane once again and dish it inside, but tipped away by those long arms. Possession will stay with the Elephants with 1:15 remaining here in the first quarter.
Yes, that's number 1, Omar Karasi, and also number 11, Ja'Kai Robinson. Those are some bigs down low for National Christian Academy Eagles.
We got big on big here, and a foul will be called. Number 25, making
Eagles 21,
strong
John
takes
is
at the hoop. 25, Nadir Wood. 6'8" against 6'10" there, and 6'8", using the brains, getting the pump fake, getting them up in the air, and drawing the foul.
So he makes the first shot. 106 in the first period.
So 6'10" will come out of the game. 6'9" replaces it.
Yes, they have some height.
Great height for a high school team. You don't even see that on some college rosters. You can tell with a lot of these high schools that have the ability to kind of pick and choose the players and load up their rosters. Height is a great thing to have, especially when you have tall guys that can handle the ball and stretch it out behind the 3 points.
Yes. Some height with some athletic ability, with the skill, just as we watched last night. The star recruit, Ethan Moore, not a Butler PA. He's a 6'6" guard, able to make some things happen too with that height and that athletic ability.
We even saw our first 7-footer of the weekend last night for St. Benedict. Saw a 7-footer and then a 6'3" player with a 7'2" in the same game. Talk about playing from the perimeter there. It's a blessing in disguise.
Yes, it is. Back to live action. Roxamore Sports.
So double the points here for National Christian. They lead 16-8 as we're counting down the final seconds here in the first period.
You hear National Christian communicating very well with each other too.
You will see that from the best of teams, especially in that 2-3 zone. Talking is critical. There's a battle for the ball on the floor. He won't get it to go. Count it anyway. As buzzer rings and lights up. So at the end of the first quarter, the score is the National Christian Eagles 16. MCS Mighty Elephants 8. And so far, that 2-3 zone for the Eagles has really been affecting the offense for the Mighty Elephants. How would you look to attack this 2-3 zone if you were the coach for MCS?
If I was the coach, I would pop it in high low. You gotta pop it into your bigs and get them inside. Maybe turn around, run a high low. But also you gotta be able to hit your shots. You gotta be able to hit your threes or even your mid-range jumpers to bring them out of that zone too as well. And that's what I would, if I was the coach, I would tell them to do that.
Some of the top talent on the court right now here from the 2020 MLK Showcase. We've had 36 great teams following this game, as I mentioned earlier. Woodland Hills as they take on Metro Park at 6 o'clock. And then our final game, Bishop Wall taking on the Carolina Basketball Academy. Carolina Basketball Academy actually their second game today, so maybe fatigue will play a factor for them, but they have a lot of players that know how to run and get up, as well as a dunk contest in the opening game this morning. So look for them to get back up and have a good game.
This is 2020 Woodland Hills MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament, being brought to you by Roxamore Sports. Here I'm Sam Timmers with my co-host Travis Newton, and we are in a great game right now with Math, Civics, and Science, the Mighty Elephants out of Philadelphia, PA, who are 12-4, and we have National Christian Academy Eagles out of Fort Washington, Maryland. They are 9-3.
Very tough schedule for this team to have those 3 losses. Match them up against a lot of schools that we've seen, and they're going to pass the test of time on that one. And so far, Maryland prevailing here. They lead 16-8, and it's really been a stale first quarter for the Elephants of MCS. Let's see what they can get cooking here in the second.
So National Christian packs it up in the zone again.
He got a little bit too excited for that move. Shuffled the feet, and now possession goes back to MCA after the turn.
So with 7:31 in the second period, National Christian Eagles 16, Math, Civics, and Science 8.
We are bearing now second game. Will Math, Civics, and Science they'll stay in that boxing run. Good ball movement, corner 3. Poor Robinson, he likes that corner, but couldn't find it. Solid take, putting some English on it with the right hand. Can't get enough spin though off the backboard.
The foul is the Eagles for 22.
I like to see partner looking for a shot, being aggressive, trying to get to the lane, trying to make something happen. If not, if the ball doesn't drop, at least he gets to the line and he makes one just now.
And also not much going on for this offense. Maybe a trip to the free throw line, a chance to get him fired up here. See the ball go through the hoop. Hopefully he can get that a little bit more throughout this game. Gonna miss on the
Foul is
second.
on the radio.
Foul on
3
the
to
Get back to Nashville.
Zeke Fleming is back for Matt Civics Science.
That was Trayvon Jones on the foul, number 23, 6'4" senior. Reaching in, it looked like the ball hit the player from National Christian in his nose.
Good shot.
Now a three from way downtown off the offensive rebound. Puts it back up. That was Omar.
Hurry up.
Morrissey
On the putback.
for the Eagles.
High riser there, goes up and gets it off the glass and puts it right back in.
Not only is he 6'9", he has some jumping ability too. Got way up above the rim crowd.
Hands, Omar. Get there. Hands.
Civics Science showing that they can go deep to their bench. We've already seen a full host of substitutes. Now going to the rim, but met there and now followed and good. 2 points for Matt Civics Science.
It looks like the length, though, are causing them some problems, though, for Math, Civics, and Science, the length that National Christian has.
Taken out of bounds.
Back in for the Mighty Elephants, Marcus Middleton.
Inbounds for the Eagles.
Entering for the National Christian Academy.
It's number 3, Marcus Middleton, back in.
Let's go. Move.
So National Christian pulls it out.
Swing it.
Math, Civics, and Science in the zone.
There it is. Keep going.
Nice shot there. National coming off the bench and making a big shot.
That's Alan Barner comes off the bench.
And now Poplar from well beyond his years. With the three of
He's
his
the
own.
only one that can score. Get up.
So maybe both teams starting to heat up here from the field.
Ball.
Hopefully
Omar.
his offensive production will continue.
You hear the coach, Trevor Brown, says that Nassim Poplar is the only one that can score for Math, Civics, and Science. Get up on him.
And that may be an exaggeration, but he certainly is the best player on the team.
Well, we seen number 22 for Math, Civics, and Science get a couple shots on the inside, some up fakes. And number 25 also, I hear Hood can do some things too as well.
Currently, the team Poplar leads all of Philadelphia public schools in scoring and ranks 21st in the entire state of Pennsylvania. So this kid definitely knows how to put the ball in the hoop, averaging 21 points per game. Shot put up, in and out, goes in. Nice follow. Right back to
And there Hood goes up and gets that and goes back up with some authority.
Don't want to leave him open, stepping right into it. Jumping in the elbow for Robinson.
You're in 3. You got it. You get 5. You get 5.
Nice hesitation, dribble, taking it strong to the hoop. Marcus Middleton with the big guy.
Marcus Middleton,
Have a little bit of life here.
Marcus Middleton looked good with that too as well.
Nice job.
Hey, get back. What's that? Yours?
Real big
Switch.
Yes, that was a nice follow-up. Went up high, got the rebound, put it back in.
Poplar left the heat check. Look at it go. Maybe have a chance to step into another one. The fake, the dribble, the shot off the rim.
That looked pretty good for Nassim Poplar. Thought it was going to drop it down with the fake.
Jordan Smith. And 8 minutes of time for the Mighty Elephants.
Now MCS hitting the three, number 25, giving him the three birds as he heads back down the court.
So Math, Civics, and Science has closed the gap on the scoring.
National Christian might need a timeout here, coming right back on the run. He's going to continue to let him play, and it's just a 2-point game now. Nice comeback by Math, Civics, and Sciences.
Yes, they showed some athletic ability as well to get some points in transition. Close it down into 2 with 3:20 in the second period, 25-23.
Now Ja'Kai Robinson faked the shot, took it inside, nice dish, but unable to finish. And this team for Math, Civics, and Sciences, they are lit up on this bench right now, excited to be getting back into this game.
And it seems like the refs are letting them play a little bit right now too as well.
Let's see if the Eagles of National Christian have an answer. Ja'Kai Robinson's going to be the man to do it. Strong take to the hoop. Thought he took contact, but no foul called.
There was a lot of contact on there, but didn't get a call. As I just alluded to, it seemed like they letting them play right here in this game.
And another traveling violation for MCS, trying to make a move before they even catch the ball. So another turnover sends it right back to the Eagles.
So as we hear Coach Trevor Brown saying, just shoot the ball. Let somebody go get a rebound.
Math, Civics, and Sciences, a public school. Last year won the PIAA Class 2A state championship at Hershey's Giant Center. It's the first state championship in the Mighty Elephants have won since 2011. A very successful program over there in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Yes, and I've heard that they play their basketball games at a YMCA, and this basketball is the only sport that they have there too. So it's what they can concentrate on.
Yeah, it's true. I'm actually right here in my notes. So gym not owned by the school. The school basketball team is known as the Elephants, named after the school mascot, an African elephant. And then, like you mentioned, the school currently has no other athletic program. So a basketball school at the heart.
And we just seen a great move by Nassim Poplar. Going to the hole with the left hand.
Another three-pointer put up by National Christian and sinks it for number 14, Seek St. John. So St. John showing the range, and both teams coming to life here in the second period. It was a slow start in the first, but starting to find the natural groove of a game.
Yes, it seemed like they got a little bit excited when they got a couple few points in transition, and now they have closed this lead to within 3.
So the leading scorer so far here for Math, Civics, and Science is number 25, Nadir Wood, doing a great job being active in the post and fighting, even though he's undersized next to 6'10" over there.
Yes, he's working hard down low, trying to get some rebounds, getting some offensive rebounds.
And here comes Nassim Poplar. Someone get this man a blanket because he's warm. National Christian not happy with the possession there on the defensive end, and now coming back strong, drawing the foul, and will go to the line for 2.
So we got number 1, Omar Coresi, about to get in the game, and he's standing right next to us, and he definitely looks like he's the real deal. 6'9" senior.
You can't teach height. It's one thing you can't teach.
Height
and speed, and we've seen it to the game. He now has 10, leading scorer between both squads.
Yes, he was on fire early.
So Covington will hit both. Now a 2-point lead for the National Christian Academy with just a minute and a half left here in the second quarter play. And Nassim Poplar looking to stay hot. Won't get that one to go off front iron. And here comes the Eagles of National Christian. And in and out on that shot. Rolls out of bounds, but possession sticking with the Eagles.
So we have Trevor Brown barking out the calls, 45 with 1:10 left. NCS Academy 30, Math Civics Science 28 as we have a run out.
Coast to coast, a nice take there by Marcus Middleton, showing off his speed. Put him in the 100-meter dash. Maybe they should open up a track team at Math, Civics, and Science and say basketball and track for us this year.
Exactly. If they're going to start another sport there, it could definitely be track.
So another missed shot here for National Christian, and fast on the break once again are the Mighty Elephants. This time they're going to pull it out, and they're saying they want to hold it for one shot with 30 seconds left here on the game clock. And we're going to get a timeout, 30-second timeout here for Math, Civics, and Sciences. So we'll go ahead and take a short break and bring you right back for the final 30 seconds of the first half.
Trouble can find anyone. At Frank Walker Law, we take the time to understand your situation and work tirelessly on your behalf. Hard-hitting representation when you need it the most. A real law firm getting real results.
Tied up all 30-30 with 27.9 remaining from Woodland Hills High School, the second annual MLK Stand Up Against Violence Tournament. And so far in this first half, it started out, we thought it was going to be all National Christian, but Math, Civics, and Science is making a nice little run here in the second.
Yes, they came back with their athleticism, their speed, getting some points in transition, and now looking to close this out with the last shot here with 27.9 seconds left. Looking to get a backdoor cut, a dime inside, or also a good mid-range jumper too as well.
And the referee here letting us know that both teams there getting a delay of game penalties for extending that timeout a little bit too long after the whistle. So doesn't really have any effect right now, but it could play pivotal here later.
Yes, it could.
And look at that strong take. Naeem Edwards, the 6-foot junior, going amongst the trees and flexing his muscles as he takes it to the hoop for the bucket and the foul.
Nice strong move by Naeem Edwards. Goes down the lane and goes for the conventional three-point play.
Let's see if he can finish it. Bobbles in and out, touched every part of the rim, but not through the net. And now with 5 seconds left, here comes National Christian. Corner three, up, no good. The tip won't go as well. So Ja'Kai Robinson unable to finish at the buzzer. So the halftime score, Math, Civics, and Science coming away with the lead, 32-30 over the National Christian Academy. So for now, Pennsylvania reigning supreme, at least in the first half. So we're going to go ahead and take another break here on the Roxamore Sports Network, and we'll be right back with the halftime report.
Pardon me, ma'am. My Sound Wireless Delivery, the Line Edition?
This is Roxamore Sports here live at Woodland Hills High School, Woodland Hills Gymnasium on Woodland Hills campus in Greensburg, PA. We're here with the second annual 2020 Woodland Hills MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament, where we have seen a myriad of talent here on Friday and on Saturday. Now we're here on Sunday here, and we're watching a great game between the Math, Civics, and Science Mighty Elephants out of Philadelphia, PA, with the 12-4 overall record, and going against the National Christian Academy Eagles from Fort Washington, Maryland, 9-3. And right now, Pennsylvania is winning this game, losing all the games to the Maryland teams.
So far, it's been a back-and-forth battle. It's a real close one, 32-30. The home team in Math, Civics, and Science is winning. What have you liked from this National Christian Academy offense? Obviously, they have the size, but they've been doing it in other ways besides just banging it down in the post.
They have been setting up against the zone, hitting their shots, hitting their threes, and hitting the mid-range jumpers, looking to get a cut, backdoor cut, some of that nature. But they haven't been running a the high-low post, even though they have the bigs to do that. They haven't been dumping it down inside as you just spoke about, but they've been getting a lot of their points in transition.
So some body blows in the first half. Let's see who will reign victorious after 4. Like you mentioned, halfway through, Pennsylvania with the advantage, but I have a feeling Maryland's coming right up behind them and they're ready to attack.
You hear my co-host, he's from the Maryland area, so Maryland has been winning all the games against the Pennsylvania teams, but we hopefully that Math, Civics, and Science can get out of here and the Mighty Elephants with a win tonight.
Once again, we'd like to thank everyone for joining us here on the Roxamore Sports Network. We've been bringing you coverage all weekend here from the 2020 MLK Stand Against Violence Showcase, and what a great tournament this has been so far. Great job by Ron Corsi putting it together and bringing in some of the nation's top basketball prospects. So possession will start out with the Eagles of the National Christian Academy and Ja'Kai Robinson. I'm sure they told him at halftime to continue attacking. As the kick out pass, a little bit off the mark, but then he comes inside, the Euro step, the floater, the basket, good.
That's a nice move by Ja'Kai Robinson. As you just spoke about, the coaches probably gave him the green light. Continue to do what he do as he is their star player.
So now coming out of the break, Math, Civics, and Science, their first possession of the second half, looking to answer the score there by Robinson. Nice curling cut inside, puts it up. Shot altered, up in the air, off the backboard, and rebound for National Christian. Kick out, corner 3 up, and splash. Good from downtown for Zeke St. John.
That was a nice stroke from Zeke St. John from the dime from Ja'Kai Robinson.
So right away, National Christian Academy showing their offensive prowess, hitting 2 big shots and taking the lead by 3, 35-32. Now they're going to lose a player down low, but you can make up for it with that height under in the post. And here comes the Eagles on the run. Once again, he just hit a 3. He'll try another. Off front iron, no good, and the offensive rebound. And a foul called, sending Omar Correzi to the line.
Yes, Omar went up and grabbed that rebound with some authority, but he didn't go back up with authority. It was a defender that was blocked. Correzi will be shooting too.
So a chance now to extend the Eagles' lead with Correzi at the line.
That was a nice stroke by Omar. Nothing but nylon.
Always love when the big man can show the nice touch from the free throw line. Historically in professional and college basketball, we've seen big men struggle from the charity stripe. But the limbering giant hits both of them there, showing some nice spin on the ball. Yassine Poplar caught a little bit of fire late in the second half. Let's see if he can pick up where he left off. A pass tips as he takes it outside the arc. The coaching staff asking for a trap. They kick it out to Poplar. He's going to fake left, go right. Now get it in on the baseline. Jumper up, no good. Tipped around and now picked up by the Eagles.
The National Christian Eagles had some length, as I spoke about, and it seems to cause Math, Civics, and Science some problems in the passing lanes, getting a clear cut, getting a clear look. It always seems to be a hand in the face. They're always being defended.
Robinson thought he was going to have a clean look to the hoop, but that one was rejected by Marcus Middleton, who has a 4-inch differential in height. So here comes National Christian. Another three-point attempt off front iron, no good, but a strong rebound by Robinson. But as he was trying to contain it, a traveling violation.
Yeah, he was trying to get to the hoop real quickly after that rebound. He went up high with aggressiveness and got the rebound and was going straight to the rack, but might have moved a little bit before he put the ball down.
So this game staying tight, just a 5-point lead for National Christian. That's their second biggest lead of the day. And now fouling the jump shooter, which coaches never like. And that'll send the shooter to the line, Tavon Jones. Jones scoreless, so a chance to get his first here.
So with 5:15 in the third period, National Christian Academy leads 37-32 over Math, Civics, and Science.
Tavon Jones going to sink the free throw. So in the first half, there were some struggles from the charity stripe. Now it's been pretty clean here in the second half thus far.
Tavon Jones, he looks like he's a pretty good kid. Looks pretty good with size and stature and everything. Looks like he could be a ball player.
So Robinson trying to respond, stops on a dime, pulls up and splashes it home from the right elbow.
Ja'Kai Robinson, star player for National Christian Eagles. And you can see why.
His scoring total slowly climbing. He now has 10. And both him and his teammate Yuri Covington, the two leading scorers in this game. Oh, and a great feed down low. The reverse layup gets it off the glass with a sweet touch.
Marcus Middleton with the great dime, with the great finish as well.
Great on-ball defense here on Robinson, but they leave a player open in the corner. Ball on the floor, both teams fighting for it, and now out of bounds. Out of bounds, and position will stay with the Elephants.
We have some great action going on here. Diving for loose balls, trying to step in the lane, trying to cause some turnovers. And I like it, Travis.
Omar, you gotta be stronger than that.
So 4 minutes, 15 seconds left here in the third quarter of play. 2 more games remaining after the conclusion of this one. And is what has been a busy basketball Sunday. We have games going on here and then a lot going on in the auxiliary gym as well. Hard to keep track of all of them with over 40 teams in this tournament, but certainly a lot of great basketball no matter what gym you're in.
Yes, as you alluded to earlier, that it started out last year with 20 teams. Now we have 40 teams. It's gotten bigger. And so it's a great place to come to showcase your talent here at Woodland Hills Wolverines. A great thing that the athletic director, Ron Corsi, has put together to.
And not only is it great for the community, it's great for these players because it gives them ample opportunities to be seen by college scouts. I saw my alma mater send a scout here for one of the earlier games. So you never know who's going to get seen from one of these tournaments and what it could turn into for your life.
That is so true. I've seen so many scouts, so many coaches coming in here from junior college all the way up.
So Robinson's been feeling it. They're going to let him cook the off-balance three, wanted the foul as well, but Robinson lighting up here in the third period.
Yes, he is. He's starting to show you who he is.
Omar, why are you up there?
Pressing his will on Math, Civics, and Science.
Get there. Help. Help.
So another turnover here for Math, Civics, and Science. And on the opposite side, NCA unable to finish. They do have a lead, 41-37, a 4-point lead with 3:03 remaining.
I'm looking for Nassim Poplar or number 25, Nadir Wood, to step up a little bit too.
We could tell the message at halftime for National Christian was directed at Ja'Kai Robinson, telling him to be more aggressive. Doesn't seem like that was the same message for Nassim Poplar. He was really hitting some shots in the first. I was really expecting him to come out and be very excited to score some points here in the second.
Yes, he did catch on fire before the half, and maybe he might have cooled down during the half, but looking for him to heat back up.
So now settling into their offense, Math, Civics, and Sciences working against this 2-3 zone of NCA.
Get there. Trap, trap, trap.
Poplar trying to avoid that trap in the corner.
Right there, right there.
And here it comes. He's going into a bad spot for the trap, but they didn't connect, and the coach is upset because they had him there deep in the corner by half court.
Let's go. Come on, see?
But in the end, it will be a turnover here, looking for the alley-oop. Instead, a layup attempt, and the foul called. So going to the line for 2 shots. It'll be number 14, Zeke St. John.
I like how Zeke went to the hole with aggressive. looking for the contact, trying to get an and one, but he'll be shooting two.
Zaki Fleming getting ready to check in for Math, Civics, and Sciences alongside Tayshawn Nixon. And while we have a chance here at the free throw line, it's always important to point out the real message of this showcase tournament. The goal, the message is stop the violence, putting an end to gun-related and violence in general amongst cities around the world and amongst the country where violence is very prevalent. That was the goal of Ron Corsi. He brought teams in from areas where violence is very prevalent. And in the end, it's about being a good person, loving your neighbor, and just being respectful. And one of the reasons why Math, Civics, and Sciences was brought in here is because that's one of the goals of their institutions. I read in an article the other day that every Thursday the school participates in its self-created homeless project, which the principal of the school and several students go out and feed and clothe the homeless citizens of Philadelphia. So a great cause there for the Mighty Elephants, and really buying into what the overall message of this tournament is and just being a good person.
Yes, and AD Ron Corsi was being strategic in who he brought in and from the areas where they're from, and Baltimore particularly, but a lot going on in that area as well. So he's done a great job. And he had his own testimony too, as well as one of the coaches that came in just lost his brother to gun violence, pulled Ron Corsi aside, talked to him about that, was very tearful about that too as well. And it invigorated Ron Corsi because this is a lot to take on that he has, and he was tired of self, and it gave him a little bit more push to see that God revealed to him to see what he has done in his vision. And that was great to hear.
And while the fans do come here for the basketball, the message rings true no matter what sport we would be playing today. And while we have the chance, we'd like to introduce our sponsor for the game, Wilbanks Consulting Group. Is your athlete struggling to see a career path after graduation? If your child lacks direction, career exploration coaching can help. Career experts at the Wilbanks Consulting Group help your athlete identify their strengths beyond sports for a lifetime of success and career satisfaction. Call 1-833-924-9675 today for your free consultation.
This is the 2020 Woodland Hills MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament, where we see a great brand of basketball being presented to you by Roxamore Sports. I'm Sam Timmons with my co-host Travis Newton, and we have a great game going on here. As my co-host alluded, that Maryland has been winning every game against Pennsylvania. And so right now, we do have National Christian Eagles up in this game in the third period, looking for Math, Civics, and Science to come back, the Mighty Elephants.
I don't want to burst your bubble, but this National Christian team is really finding their stride here in the second half. I'm feeling an onslaught of points about to rain down here for the team in red.
Hopefully Nasheen Poplar will step up. Popular.
So now extending the defense here is Math Christian and Math Civics and Science, and affecting this team here as they have a player down, slow to get up, and now fast on the break guard, the Mighty Elephants, and a nice take there by number 13 coming off the bench and getting a big bucket for Tayshawn Nixon.
That was a nice drive by Tayshawn Nixon. Took it right to the rim.
I'd like to remind you to stay tuned here. The conclusion of this game, we'll have a big time Pennsylvania matchup as Bethel Park hits the road to battle against the host team, Woodland Hills High School, as it picked his pocket there. Coach calling for a timeout, but they got the possession, and here come the Elephants once again on the break. A nice feed inside and a foul called, so going back to the line will be the Mighty Elephants, who trail by 5.
It's number 24, Nadir Wood, has to go to the line, shooting 2.
And we've really seen somewhat of a different strategy here. Math, Civics, and Science showing that they're willing to go 10 deep. We've seen a lot of their bench players having an impact on this game. And for National Christian, it's really that solid 5, starting 5, that's done the bulk of the scoring. They do have some players coming off the bench, but just as roles for defensive stops and maybe a layup here or there. But quietly, as we look up, Yuri Covington leading this game in scoring with 13 points. He's had a very quiet, successful night.
Yes, he has. It's been very quiet, but he's leading all scorers here.
So Robinson looking to create a shot once again. Step back on the three. We know he can make him off balance. Bobbled around down in the paint, and possession goes back to the Elephants.
I would like to see the bigs for National Christian Eagles be a little bit more aggressive on the offensive rebound and the putbacks. They have lift, they have size.
So Nassim Poplar checking back in. Hopefully he can give this team a spark coming off the bench here.
Stay up on 5. Right there.
Poplar stops on a dime, puts up the shot, but an air ball. Offensive rebound by the Elephants. Gets it off at the buzzer, so we end the third quarter with a final second layup that puts Math, Civics, and Science within 2 points. The Maryland team still ahead, but the National Christian Academy struggling here to end the third period.
That was a nice putback that he put it up. Closing out the quarter. Down by 2.
And while we have the stoppage in play, we'd like to thank our sponsor for this game, Barron and Ernsberger. Do you need a law firm in Pittsburgh? Have you or a member of your family suffered a serious injury? Did an insurance company refuse your claim? You may need help from a proven lawyer who will work for you. Call attorney Dan Ernsberger at 412-391-2515.
This is Roxamore Sports Live here at the 2020 Woodland Hills MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament. I'm Sam Timbers with my co-host Travis Newton, and we'll be right back.
We are back and we are live here on the Roxamore Sports Network, the 2020 MLK Showcase. They cut the music, and that means we're ready to get back to action here in the fourth period. A tightly contested game, 44-42. National Christian Academy leads, and a nice, strong left-handed take. Yuri Covington continued to dominate on the offensive side.
Yes, Terry Covington leads all scorers with 15. Nice drive, reverse layup.
Some of your work now. Close that middle, see?
So once again, extending the lead here for the Eagles, 46-42, 7:30 in the fourth. And now the mighty Elephants looking for an answer on the offensive side, and it comes by way of a long three by Nassim Poplar. Right on beat there. Another big three for the young fella.
Nassim Poplar, the star player for Math, Civics, and Science, steps up.
Now getting undercut on the offensive side will be Covington. He's really coming out aggressive here in the fourth quarter, so he's going to go to the charity stripe for the pair.
As he comes by the scoring table, he looks like a nice ball player here as the coach is telling him some instructions.
So after the big-time three there by Nassim Poplar, he brings the lead just to 1 for National Christian. Covington, cool under pressure, hits the first of 2 free throws. Covington will hit them both.
So Math, Civics, and Science, number 4, brings it up. Naheem Edwards.
So like we mentioned, the host school, Woodland Hills, on deck as they'll take on Bethel Park, and a nice basket down there, down in the paint for Jones. And the nightcap at 7:30 is going to be Bishop Walsh versus the Carolina Basketball Academy, and another strong take. Both teams answering the call here in the fourth quarter.
This is the 2020 Woodland Hills MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence Boys and Girls Basketball. We have a great game between Math, Civics, and Science, the mighty Elephants against the National Christian Academy Eagles.
Let's see if Nassim Poplar can work his magic again. Number 5 in white. replacing up top in that point guard position. He'll now take the left wing, and we've seen him hit the majority of his threes from that top of the key area, and he likes it from way beyond the stripe, so unlimited range here for Nassim Poplar, the leading scorer in Philadelphia. And another three here for Math, Civics, and Sciences. And some trouble in the backcourt, but it looks like we're going to get a foul, and we will. That foul going on number 4, Naeem Edwards, the 6-foot senior.
That was a big shot by Sakeem Fleming for Math, Civics, and Science, number 22, coming off the bench, comes in the game and gives them some quality points.
And the big man, Omar Korezi, really hasn't made much of an impact in this game for National Christian. He has just 4 points. He's been pretty active at the rim, as a nice pump fake there by Ja'Kai Robinson, puts it back up. And Robinson now with 14 points. He's second on the team behind Covington. Covington was 17 here as we're about halfway through the 4th period of play.
Yes, Covington and Robinson being a two-headed monster for National Christian Academy Eagles.
So here in the second half, Math, Civics, and Science has found most of their luck going from beyond the three-point line. They're going to try another one here, but a nice closeout. And now Omar Korezi making his impact known. Gets the bucket to go on the foul on the fast break. The big man showing some handles and speed.
And we just talked about him being a little bit absent. And right on cue, he makes the block and then takes it coast to coast, goes straight to the hole, goes through the defender, and get the and one for the conventional three-point play.
So we'll see if Omar Korezi, the 6'9" senior forward, can extend the lead here. It's been a close one throughout, and now a 5-point lead for the Eagles of National Christian.
He has a nice release from the free throw, too. Nice shot for a big man.
Now we'll see the Mighty Elephants get set back up into their offense. Temporarily had it stripped away, but Nassim Poplar corrals it and starts back his offense. Another corner three, buries it. Number 22, Zakeem Fleming, not flinching from beyond the arc.
And he's came in and gave him some quality points, inside and outside.
You can see the confidence in his face right now, coming off the bench and hitting 2 crucial shots to bring his team within striking distance. But a tough foul there inside the restricted zone. Ja'Kai Robinson will be going to the line for 2. But first, a timeout coming here for Math, Civics, and Sciences.
And this is Roxamore Sports Live here at Woodland Hills at the 2020 MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence. And I'm Sam Timmons with Travis Newton, and we'll be right back.
Fast, fun, and effective workout where you can burn up to 1,000 calories.
Come try a free class at Fit for Boxing, where beginners are always welcome. It's fun for the whole family, people of all ages. Old or young, it doesn't matter. In addition to our trainer-led workouts, we also offer private lessons, community, fundraiser, and team building events for local companies and more.
Hi, my name's Mario. I've been a member at Fit for Boxing for a little over a year now. If you need to get a good workout in, come to Fit for Boxing, and Rich and his staff will take care of each and every one of you.
Fit for Boxing Club is located in Hampton Township, just outside of the city of Pittsburgh on William Flynn Highway. Come learn how to box and have fun. Call Fit for Boxing Club at 412-213-3584 or visit our website at www.fitforboxingclub.com.
This is Roxamore Sport Live here at the 2020 Woodland Hills MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence, Boys and Girls basketball tournament where we're witnessing a great game between Math, Civics, and Science, the Mighty Elephants, who are down by 3, and the National Christian Eagles out of Fort Washington, Maryland, are up 56-53. I'm Sam Timmers with my co-host, Travis Newton.
And we're coming down to crunch time here on the main court. National Christian and Math, Civics, and Sciences. They take the 4-point lead off the 2 free throws by Ja'Kai Robinson, the 6'5" junior star for this team.
Get around that, Ja'Kai. Up, Gary.
So National Christian choosing to stay in that 2-3 zone. You can tell that's their defense of choice with the height down low. And now going back to the line will be the Mighty Elephants. Heading to the stripe, Nadir Wood. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us here on the Roxamore Sports Network. For those of you who have been following us throughout this weekend's events, make sure you keep it locked in at the conclusion of this game, as we will be getting interviews with players and or coaches from the winning team. And then we'll carry it right into Woodland Hills versus Bethel Park on the back end of this weekend showcase.
And Woodland Hills has been the host team here, and they haven't lost all during this tournament, so it'll be a great matchup between them and Bethel Park.
And not too many people in the gym right now, but hopefully we can get a pretty good attendance for the Woodland Hills game, since they are the host school. We were just talking to owner of the Roxamore Sports Network, Leon Rockymore, and he mentioned that over in the auxiliary gym, apparently it's a packed house, so whatever game's going on over there must be pretty good to be showing up this one as far as the fans go, maybe a couple local schools. But we're going to get a timeout here, which gives us a chance to introduce our sponsor for the fourth quarter, the Hill District Federal Credit Union. The Hill District Federal Credit Union has serviced the community for almost 50 years. Our purpose is to improve the financial health of our members so that we are not just surviving, but thriving. For more information on how to become a member, please stop in at 2021 Center Avenue, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, or give us a call at 412-281-0822.
This is Roxamore live here at the Woodland Hills High School, Woodland Hills campus in Churchill, PA, for the 2020 Woodland Hills MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament. I am Sam Timmers with my co-host Travis Newton, and we're being reminded here with the showcase, be the change. Let's be the change.
Amen. As simple as that. Don't need to explain anymore. Just be the change. Be a good person. So 3:47 left here in the fourth quarter. We've been stalemated at the free throw line the last couple of possessions. Let's see if Nassim Poplar can step up and hit some big shots here. He's averaging almost 22 points on the season. He has just 12 today, going hard to the hoop, dishes it off, but a foul called, so we'll go back to the line.
Yes, right on cue. You speak about Nassim Poplar. He makes a drive. Coach says he steps, but he did a Euro step when he got to the front to the rim and was fouled.
So Nassim Poplar hitting a big free throw. That brings his team within one possession, 59-56. Chance here for Poplar to bring it within 2. And he will, and here comes the full court pressure by the Mighty Elephants. And that pass a little bit ill-advised, but staying inside the possession of the Eagles. Going to be close to a 10-second call here. Better get a timeout. And they will call it, so very, very close to a 10-second there. Very excellent pressure by Math, Civics, and Sciences, but the timeout called in time.
That was a great defensive play. Almost got the 10-second count. Here, National Christian had to call a timeout just to get.
And while we're here for the full timeout, we'd like to remind you to check out Maggie Jason's Listings. Looking for a realtor to work hard for you? You found her. Maggie Jason's Listings encompass staging, professional photography, information boxes with top-grade promo cards, open houses, and target marketing. To learn more about her featured listings, call 412-999-9528.
Some more sports. I'm Sam Timmers with my co-host Travis Newton, witnessing a close game here coming down to the wire with Math, Civics, and Science down by 2. The home team from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, playing National Christian Academy Eagles from Fort Washington, Maryland.
And Sam, we haven't had an overtime yet here on the main courts. The way this one's looking, it wouldn't surprise me if we're even at the buzzer.
We'll have some bonus basketball here.
And another turnover here for National Christian. They're struggling against this high-pressure defense. Nassim Poplar takes it up but can't finish, and a nice rebound by Robinson. And this team really rushed by the pressure right now, causing them to make a lot of mistakes. A nice take going high above the rim and finishing is Yuri Covington, who's having himself a heck of a game now with 19 points.
Yuri Covington looks like the real deal as he goes to the hoop. It looks like a high riser, even though he's one of the small guys, but he got up real high with the right-hand puppy.
And once again, we're going to get another foul here. So it will be a 1-and-1 with that foul coming on the floor. And Nassim Poplar going to the line.
Back in for the Mighty Elephants, Tom Jones.
So we like to thank our sponsor, SOAR. They know the rules of the game, but do they know the rules of life? SOAR Youth Empowerment teaches your teen athlete the rules of life. For more information, visit www.soarcoachingacademy.com or call 609-837-7237.
So hitting them both once again and bringing it right back to a 2-point game. So some back and forth here. National Christian has led for most of the game. But Math, Civics, and Sciences have always been within striking distance. And now another turnover by Yuri Covington deep into the backcourt, which gives it right back and a chance to take the lead here for the Mighty Elephants.
That was great defense by number 13 for Math, Civics, and Science as he defended Yuri very well. Yuri tried to make a move, bounced it off himself, turns it over. Math, Civics, and Science on offense.
So 2 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the final quarter of play, the second to last game. Nassim Poplar trying to force the issue there. That shot way off the mark, but a nice offensive rebound and put back for Nadir Wood. He's coming up big in this game. He now has 14.
That was a nice move by Nadir Hood amongst the trees. Now we have a turnover. It seems like Yuri Covington's trying to do too much now, trying to dribble instead of throw the pass.
And that's what that full court pressure can do, really speeding up this National Christian offense and causing them to make a lot of turnovers that have really affected them here. And we're back to a tie game with 1 minute and 50 left, 61-61. And it looks like Math, Civics, and Sciences is going to hold it up about mid-court. We saw them do this in their game yesterday, which frustrated a lot of fans here at a showcase-type tournament. But they're just going to hold it, and the coach here for National Christian says, go ahead.
Yes, it was question. Yes, it was question about the shot clock not being in this game when you're able to just dribble the ball. But if the defense has to come out to make something happen.
There's only so long that you can sit and do this before frustration's going to set in here for this coaching staff for National Christian Academy. And this can really fool defenses here. You come out too far and it opens up some lanes to get an easy bucket. And we might see that here. The reverse tried to put the English on and now tipped out. Possession will stick with the Mighty Elephants, and now a numbers advantage, but they're going to go ahead and pull it back out as we're under a minute here. From Woodland Hills High School, crunch time on the Roxamore Sports Network, National Christian versus Math, Civics, and Sciences. Now the count is on, a chance to get it to the corner. A turnover, ball on the floor. Robinson with the ball.
So we have a scrum on the floor.
And a timeout called. Timeout called by National Christian. So now with 30 seconds left, holding the ball did not pay off for Math, Civics, and Sciences, and in fact, it ended up hurting them.
Yeah, sometimes I can go both ways.
So now with 30 seconds left, and Sam, what do you think about that strategy there by the Mighty Elephants?
I don't believe in holding the ball. I believe in continue to play aggressive. That's what got them back in the game, by them being aggressive, trying to take shots, dribble, drive, penetrate, pass it in, and then also down near the hood, going to the hole, getting offensive rebounds, going back in. That's what got them back in the game. Now you want to hold the game up. And so, again, that backfired on them as it was a scrum for the ball. And National Christian Academy can close this game out. They have the ball for the last game-winning shot.
So now both teams in the bonus. Foul Wilson, shooters to the charity stripe, which could come in big here in the waning seconds. And also just one timeout for both teams as we are getting ready to come back to the action here on the Roxamore Sports Network. We'd like to thank you for joining us, and a reminder that we will be getting interviews with players and coaches on the winning side at the conclusion of this game, and really now it's up for grabs who the winning side's going to be.
As my co-host alluded, Maryland has won every game against Pennsylvania, and the only time the Maryland team lost was to another Maryland team. And so Pennsylvania's looking forward to getting a win out here.
So that full court pressure is going to stay prevalent here for math, civics, and sciences, and they're going to get it to their star, Ja'Kai Robinson, and he's going to lose control of the ball, and it goes right back to the Mighty Elephants. Here under pressure, the National Christian Academy is cracking under pressure.
Ja'Kai Robinson, the big-time player, throws the ball away, gives it right back to math, civics, and science with 26.6 seconds left in the fourth period.
So at 20 seconds, it looks like math, civics, and science is going to hold it here right at midcourt once again. So it looks like we're going to have a buzzer-beating opportunity here for the Mighty Elephants. With the ball, Marcus Middleton. He kicks it out. The floater up, no good. And here comes National Christian. He's going to have to put it up, and he won't on time. A lack of awareness for the clock. And we said it, we're going to overtime here from Woodland Hills High School. The tie at the end of regulation, 61-61, and we're going to play a little extra.
Again, as we spoke about, math, civics, and science holding the ball up. Don't like the play that was called. You know, as National Christian Academy Eagles ran out, and they tried to get the ball to their big gun, Nassim Poplar, and he made a shot, but he was under pressure.
And if you're the Mighty Elephants, you have to keep up that full court defensive pressure. The National Christian Academy has not been able to handle it here in the fourth quarter, and it's really led to this comeback, down 5 and now back to tied for the Mighty Elephants, and a chance to win here as we go to overtime.
The National Christian Academy, Yuri Covington, has to gather himself as he's made some ill-advised plays late in the game, caused some turnovers to get math, civics, and science back in the game. But he's a big-time scorer, and Ja'Kai Robinson, look for him to impose his will too.
And in the end, it was the two leading scorers for National Christian that had the big turnovers near the end of regulation that gave it back. So we're going to play 4 more here in the overtime period. National Christian versus math, civics, and sciences. Mighty Elephants. Live here on the Roxamore Sports Network in Woodland Hills High School.
So the ball was tipped up, and math, civics, and science gains possession.
And it looks like they might go back to that same strategy of just holding it here at midcourt. Now coming up, looks like they might initiate their offense.
And you have National Christian Academy back in the zone. Now they come out with pressure.
And there they go, speeding up the Mighty Elephants, and here come the Eagles on the run. They have numbers, but they decide to pull it out. Covington with the dribble. Now looking for a 2-man game for Robinson. He gets the advantage that he wants. Steps into it, the 3, in and out. Now a rebound by the big man, but a push-off. So an offensive foul sends it right back to MCS.
That was a push-off by Omar Karasi, 6'9" senior.
And now checking in for the Mighty Elephants, Zakeef Fleming. We saw him hit 2 big-time three-point shots in the fourth period.
Yes, he had some nice drives in the paint, too, early on, and then he had some big shots. giving them some good quality points off the bench.
So with that offensive foul, it will be number 23 at the line.
Edwards is back for math, civics, and science. Also back is Deshaun Nixon.
Hurry up, take it out, Omar. Shoot it, Z. They just have 4. It's okay. No, it's only 4.
So missing the free throws there, and it's going to stay now a 1-point lead. Math, civics, and science is ahead for the moment. Let's see what Robinson can cook up.
And I like the call putting the best player on the best player. They have not seen Poplar on Ja'Kai Robinson in the man-to-man.
On the floor, and Math, civics, and science is going to come up with it. They have the advantage, the Euro step, and the foul. So going right back to the line will be number 4, Naeem Edwards, the 6-foot senior, and a chance to extend the lead here for Math, Civics, and Sciences.
Always that you don't see the best player on the best player. When it came down the stretch, it was not seen Poplar on Ja'Kai Robinson.
Let's go. Let's go. Hey, that's 1-1, right?
So we thought it was a 1-on-1, but they're going to say the continuation made it a shooting foul, so instead of 1, he'll get 2 shots, which is going to play crucial here, 62-61, the Mighty Elephants lead, and now he'll hit the second in a 2-point lead.
With 2:47 left, Math, Civics, and Science has a 2-point lead over National Christian Academy.
And bringing it up, the leading scorer in this game, Yuri Covington. But an offensive foul called. Nice job standing in and taking the charge was number 23, Tavon Jones.
He came down real hard, Yuri Covington. Looked like he might have hit his face.
Jones only with 4 points, but showing why he's put in the game with that late game defensive play to give the ball back to the leading team in the Mighty Elephants, and some full court pressure now coming from the Eagles. So National Christian is going to need a defensive stop here. A battle for it down in the paint now, a kick out to the corner. And now we're going to get an offensive charge the other way. The leader of this team, Ja'Kai Robinson, coming up big on the defensive side.
Yes, standing for the charge against the big guy who came in for Math, Civics, and Science, Zakeem Fleming.
So once again, we're going to get an inbound here in the backcourt for National Christian. They're going to have to battle with this intense full court pressure by the Mighty Elephants. Yuri Covington shows he has the ball on a string, gets a high ball screen, and now dribble handoff. Coming inside, goes with the right hand, that's rejected in the air, and now a jump ball possession stays with National Christian.
That was great defense by Nadir Ward with the rejection. It would have been better if he came down with the possession too as well.
So 2 minutes left here in overtime, the first overtime game here of the 2020 MLK Classic. And it's been a good one. Back and forth, these teams have gone. And right now it's the Mighty Elephants that lead by 2. Robinson trying to change that. Oh, in and out. Now he goes on the ground to get the ball. A jump ball sends it right back to the Mighty Elephants.
So Math, Civics, and Science gained possession. The tied up ball. Math, Civics, and Science 63. National Christian Academy 61 with 1:57 left in bonus play.
And now the Eagles pulling out Omar Correzi. They're going to go small here on the defensive side. So 63-61, 1:55 remaining, and some full court pressure coming by the Eagles, and the Mighty Elephants on the run. Nassim Poplar thought about the 3. He really liked that look, but probably wasn't the best shot in the moment.
Yes, they want to eat up some of this clock. Now they got one coming down the lane, leans in, missed the shot off the iron hard.
Poplar couldn't get the floater. Now back come National Christian. Yuri Covington, the floor general for this team, calling out the orders, now turning the corner, puts it up, and gets it to drop, ties it up 63-63. So a tie game and another chance for Math, Civics, and Science to answer. A wild pass coming our way, and he let it go, thinking it was going out of bounds on the opposing team, but instead it goes back to MCS. And it looks like we're gonna get another timeout here and some fast-paced, wild action from Woodland Hills High School.
Yes, we've been seeing some great action here in this overtime period of bonus basketball going back and forth. Two teams trying to get out of here with the win. 63-63 all tied up. Pennsylvania against Maryland, where Maryland has imposed their will all through this tournament. Travis, what are you expecting out of this timeout?
So out of this timeout, it's going to be a different message for each team. Obviously, National Christian is going to be on the defensive side coming out of the timeout. The big thing is don't foul. I'm really expecting that Math, Civics, and Science is going to choose to hold the ball out by half court again and take the last shot, as I believe there's just over a minute and a half left. But if you're National Christian Academy, bring a little bit of pressure up, but you don't want to pull your defense out of position. Allow them to make the mistakes, and if you lose on a buzzer beater, that's how it's going to be. It's better than losing by making a mistake.
This is Roxamore Sports Live in the 2020 Woodland Hills MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament, where we have bonus play between Math, Civics, and Science, the Mighty Elephants, versus National Christian Academy Golden Eagles.
So just over a minute here as we are counting down the final seconds here in overtime period number 1. The Woodland Hills Wolverines and Bethel Park are waiting in the hallways, anticipating the start of their game. Going to be another big-time matchup. And now just passing it around the perimeter are the Mighty Elephants. 40 seconds now on the clock as they're just going to hold it up at the top of the key. So it looks like it's going to be a one-shot opportunity once again as National Christian's coach is imploring them to come up and pressure the ball, at least put a little pressure on these ball handlers up at top. We're now down to 15 seconds on the clock. It's about time for Math, Civics, and Science to make a move. He puts up the shot and it's rejected with 10.4 left on the clock. Possession will stay with MCS. And now we're gonna get a full timeout for the Mighty Elephants. That will be their last timeout of the evening, but it's a big one with just 10 seconds left. They're gonna get a baseline inbounds and a chance to win the game.
This is Roxamore Sports Live at 2020 Woodland Hills MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament, where we have a great game between Math, Civics, and Science coming down to the wire in bonus play against National Christian Academy Eagles. Looking forward to see what the play will be called as Math, Civics, and Science continues to hold the ball out, eat up the clock, and look for the last shot.
And if you're Math, Civics, and Science, you know you got to get the ball in the hands of number 5, Nassim Poplar. He's been hitting shots big shots all night, and he's the man on that offensive side. So look for us to get him a screen outside or off of the inbounds. I wouldn't be surprised as well with 10.6 seconds and plenty of time to get it into the backcourt and then advance it and start your play from there. Definitely don't want to see the Mighty Elephants rush a shot here, though. They have plenty of time. If the first one doesn't look good, go ahead and work it around and try and get another. And for National Christian, once again, you cannot foul on this play.
As me being a sports player in high school, we say 10.5 is a lifetime.
And they will go back into the backcourt to get it, so they will start their play. 5 seconds on the clock and in the hands of Nassim Poplar. The crossover and the kick out 3. The shot is up, and we're going to a second overtime here from Woodland Hills High School. Math, Civics, and Science choosing to hold it twice in a row. And if you're going to hold it, you at least got to finish the play. They can't do it once again, so we're going to go to overtime number 2.
Yes, I see it as they bobbed and weaved and spun the ball around as we look for Nassim Poplar to make a move. He dished it off. He dished it off to his teammate. His teammate went up with an up fake and then went up with the shot, missed everything, didn't hit the rim at all. So now we have going into our second bonus play here at Woodland Hills High School, all tied up.
And I understand trying to get your teammate the ball there, but Nassim Poplar had a little bit of a step on his defender. They didn't need a three-point shot was the big thing. Take it inside. You can get a layup on that play and your team still gets the win. He went to dish it off for the three, and it was a very contested shot, not even close. So we're going to tack on another 4 minutes here on the game clock and go to overtime number 2.
Travis, I definitely agree with you that Nassim Poplar could have dribbled into the middle of the lane and took a nice mid-range jumper, but he decided to throw it off to his teammate, which when you're a big-time player, Travis, you need to make the play yourself.
But a kid can run over here trying to get a loose ball. Step down in there and get.
And now, as if the 2 overtimes wasn't long enough, we're having a little bit of trouble here with the wet spot on the floor that needs cleaned up.
You're saying that water's off the court. Oh, my man.
So after Watergate, we'll be back to play here. Going to get a tip-off to start the second overtime period. National Christian winning the tip for the first time today. And now looking to switch it up a little bit. They bring in a different point guard. It's going to be number 4 for National Christian, Ty Williams, getting some of his first playing time of the evening. So the Mighty Elephants looking to initiate their offense once again. And a sloppy turnover there by Poplar, and coming right back on the other side and getting the basket are the Eagles.
That's number 4 you just spoke about, coming down the lane for National Christian with a nice shot. Nice assist too as well.
And maybe National Christian just needing a little bit of a spark from a bench players. Those starters have to be a little bit tired. They've played over a full game now. Poplar's going to pull from distance. Off back iron and a good box out there, keeping Ja'Kai Robinson off the board. But instead, the foul's going to be called on Math, Civics, and Sciences, so sending Ja'Kai Robinson to the line for 2 and a chance to extend this lead.
So we see the coach now is cool with the referee after that call. First, he was a little bit upset with him because he wouldn't get the towel to wipe the water in Watergate, but he liked the call that he just made, putting his star on the line.
So 2-point lead here for National Christian, and a big letdown there as Robinson cannot convert at the free throw line, so that lead will stay at 2 in a 1-possession game. Driving in and drawing the foul, number 3, and Marcus Middleton. Middleton's really done a nice job tonight as a role player. He's not lighting up the scoreboard, but he's doing a good job of getting his whenever he can and being a presence on the defensive side.
Yes, he is. And you need those type of players, complement players, role players, to be able to execute your offense and to get you some points.
So struggling with the free throws here in the overtime period, second overtime period, as Tyshawn Nixon heads to the scorer's table, and he'll be getting the shooter in Marcus Middleton.
So he makes the second one.
So that brings it back to a 1-point lead for National Christian, 2:54 remaining here in this second overtime period. And let's hope we can get a final result here in this one. We started off on schedule, and I can see Woodland Hills team getting a little antsy over there in the tunnel. They're ready to play. They're just hoping someone can score, and a block and a nice defensive play to keep it in bounds. But coming right back, Nassim Poplar couldn't handle it.
So National Christian Academy takes it out.
Yuri Covington's been quiet here in the final minutes of play and in overtime. So has Robinson. And really no one's been scoring for National Christian as that one's sent up, hit off the shot clock, and will go out of bounds.
Yeah, he was a little bit strong with that shot right there.
And his coach telling him don't shoot it anymore after putting that one about 3 feet above the basket.
So I guess we have to rebound and then try to find it.
Get that. Slow down, slow down. Come on. Go, Yuri. Go.
So National Christian coming fast on the offensive side. Covington the kick out, and now they're going to pull it back out. And he's not allowed to shoot it, so he better give it up, and they will to Robinson. Under 2 minutes left, overtime period number 2. Robinson trying to force it and wanted the foul, but won't get it. Another turnover gives it right back to the Mighty Elephants.
That was good defense by, not here, Wood. On the prize recruit, Jakai Robinson.
So let's see if we get the same thing here from the Mighty Elephants. We're at about the same mark as we were last time, and anticipating here just to hold it at midcourt. And instead, it looks like they're going to initiate a little offense. They saw that the first 2 times it didn't work, and that's not going to work either as it's rejected up at the rim. And now a timeout called on the floor. Timeout being called by National Christian. And that will be a full timeout for the Eagles.
So this is Roxamore Sports live at 2020 Woodland Hills MLK Weekend Stand Against Violence Boys and Girls Basketball Tournament. Here, I'm Sam the Man Timmons with my co-host Trevor Newton, and we are in the 6th period bonus play between the 2 teams. Civics Science of the Mighty Elephants out of Philadelphia, PA, looking to get the first win for Pennsylvania against National Christian Eagles, Fort Washington, Maryland.
And the regular periods here in high school basketball are 8 minutes with the 2 4-minute overtime periods. That equals out a total of 5 complete periods of play. So these guys got to be gassed. We're getting here in the late periods of the night. But someone's got to win this game, and no one's wanted to do it yet.
Yes, no one has wanted to do it as Math, Civics, and Science are holding the ball out, eating up the clock. But on the other hand, National Christian Academy Eagles are going straight to the hoop. They're being aggressive when they get the ball in their possession.
And National Christian with that 1-point lead, so expect to see the very intense and active full-court defense here for Math, Civics, and Sciences. Inbounding it is the big man, Omar Coresi. And blowing a tire now is number 23, Tavon Jones, so he's going to be playing with 1 shoe. Pulling up, Yuri Covington, chance to extend the lead, in and out, and he probably could have rose up and got the rebound if he had 2 shoes. And now Jones fighting for the rebound. Robinson hits the deck, and now we're going to get a 1 and the bonus for Jakai Robinson and a chance to make this a 3-point game. And that will be the 5th foul on Tavon Jones. So loses a shoe and then gets ejected from the game with the 5th foul.
So the big-time recruit, Jakai Robinson, comes to the line with 1:21 left in the 6th period, leading by 1.
And that'll bring in Zaki Fleming, who's shown that he can hit the big shot in this one. So 1:21 left here in the 2nd overtime period. And big-time free throws from Jakai Robinson. He missed his last chance at a 1-and-1. Sits down, puts it up, and that's really shown as the weakness in his game. He can't convert again, and still just a 1-point game and a chance to take the lead here for Math, Civics, and Sciences.
Yes, those free throws are crucial. You need them at the charity stripe, especially in overtime. Could have put this game up by 3, but now it's only by 1.
So the ball started in the hands of their star, Nassim Poplar. Let's see if they try and create a shot for him. He's camping in the corner right now on the same side as Robinson. He wants it, but Robinson sinks back down.
Get there, Yuri.
Baseline now, a kick out. One dribble shot, block, gets it back. Puts it up and takes the lead off the glass. And once again, Fleming proving to be one of the clutchest players on this team. And now National Christian with the chance to take the lead.
Keith Fleming gave him great points off the bench. Was blocked first, but went up strong to get it.
So we're going back and forth here with layups. And it's a 1-point lead. And that ball drifting away, so we're going to get a whistle. 23 seconds left, and I would definitely expect Math, Civics, and Sciences to hold it here for the last one.
Yes, that's what they've been doing. Just holding the ball up and going for the last shot.
So Marcus Middleton gets it to Nassim Poplar. Now Poplar back to Middleton. Middleton gets it in, jump stop, the shot up hanging on the rim, won't go, and now a timeout called by the National Christian coach, but first a jump ball. And a missed call there as it was tied up for sure. But before the jump ball call, we got a timeout, and now a timeout granted to Math, Civics, and Sciences, and it's going to be their ball with 5.2 left.
Yes. Big call by the coach to call the timeout.
So unless someone gets fouled here and goes to the line and hits one shot, this should be the final period of play with the 1-point lead for National Christian, but a chance for the win for the Mighty Elephants. And what has been a very exciting game here on the Roxamore Sports Network. We still have 2 left to go. Woodland Hills getting ready over there in the tunnel. They'll be taking on Bethel Park, and we'll be finished tonight on the nightcap with Bishop Walsh High School taking on the Carolina Basketball Academy, who will be playing in their second game of the day. But first we have one to settle here. The team in red, National Christian Academy, up by 1 point, 67-66, in what has been a thriller at Woodland Hills High School.
Yes, and Math, Civics, and Science elected to hold the ball, Trevor, and I would not elect to do that. They should have kept on going, putting gas on the pedal.
So big-time players, big-time plays. Look for him to get it in the hands of Nassim Poplar. He'll be inbounding, and now comes up. Nassim Poplar, the dribble handoff. He's going to pull up, put it up. The shot is good! Nassim Poplar! 1, 2, 3, and the Math, Civics, and Sciences Mighty Elephants get the win in double overtime off the 3-point pop-in shot by Nassim Poplar.
That was a great play. As you alluded to, big-time players make big-time plays in big-time situations. He's the one that you're looking for, the 21st ranked player in the state of Pennsylvania. Goes high, shoots the 3, knocks it down, and that's the first win for Pennsylvania against a Maryland team. Steps out and gets it done.
So the final score, Math, Civics, and Sciences 69, National Christian Academy 67. We'll be right back with an interview with Nassim Poplar. Roxamore Sports Network with Nassim Poplar, the star of the game, rising up and hitting the game-winning three-point shot. Right before the shot, we mentioned big-time players hit big-time plays. What was going through your mind at 5 seconds left as you stepped up to the three-point line and drilled it?
I mean, I just wanted to win the game for my team, make our team better, that's all. I just wanted to win the game.
And definitely some up and downs for your team. What was the message at halftime as you guys were trailing and then came out and had a big fourth quarter?
Hard defense. But they was like bigger than us, so we had to just beat defense. Our big man played pretty good. That's the best he ever played.
All right, man. Well, great shot, good game. Good luck the rest of the season. We'd like to thank Nassim Poplar for joining us here on the Roxamore Sports Network. Go get him the rest of the season, man. And we'll be right back with the coach here. Interview with Mr. Sam Timbers.
This is Roxamore Sports live here at the MLK Stand Against Violence Basketball Showcase, where we witnessed a great game between Math, Civics, and Science. I'm standing with the National Christian Academy, and I'm standing here with the head coach from Math, Civics, and Science, Lonnie Diggs. And Lonnie Diggs, we went into the sixth period. It was a great game. And Coach, can you talk to me about the strategy that you had called with the holding the ball on the last shot?
We just wanted to make those guys try to play us man-to-man. We felt like we had an advantage off the dribble with our quickness with our guards. So we just wanted to hold the ball and try to get the ball to Nassim at the end. This is actually his third buzzer beat of the year. So, I mean, it's something that he's been good at, and it worked for us again today.
If it ain't broke, if it ain't broke, you don't have to fix it. I know he's the main ball player for you guys. Nassim Poplar, he's the 21st ranked player in the state of Pennsylvania. Only a junior. Big-time players make big-time plays, Coach. And so I just alluded to you that this is the first win for Pennsylvania because Maryland has won every game here. So we're thankful, Coach, that you came in, that you made the call for the big-time player Nassim Poplar. And so now you get to go home with a nice ride, Coach.
Appreciate it, man. You know, it's been a good showcase. You know, our guys enjoyed the experience. Been good competition, a lot of educational stuff as well. So, I mean, I think it was good for our team, and we hope to come back in the future.
This is Roxamore Sports Live. I'm Sam the Man Timbers, and this is the MLK Stand Against Violence. And now we'll have the matchup between Woodland Hills and Bethel Park, and we'll be right back.